Well, damn it. That's not really how I was expecting to spend my Thursday night watching the new episode of Chief of War. Everything was headed in such a good direction. I was feeling so good with where we were headed, and now we're here. A brand new episode, episode 7 of Apple TV's Chief of War, is now available as actions have consequences. We just saw the most tragic thing to take place in this story. So unbelievably sad. And I will say this right off the bat, as much as I love the character, as much as I know that he is the one that is going to bring the entire Hawaiian Islands together, Kamehameha, what the hell are you doing, man? Is Kaiana right in everything that he is doing? The way that he is going about things? How he was going to attack the pale-skinned ship at night with a couple of warriors? Absolutely not. But Kamehameha, how can you be so blind? This guy, who is now part of your council to advise you and to help you, has experienced the outside world. And yes, he may go overboard sometimes, but you can't just not believe everything that he is saying. But unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. And look, this is the first time they've ever experienced anything like this, especially at the status that now Kamehameha has. He has all of these people around him. He is the guy that everyone is looking at. And sometimes when you are a king or a chief or anyone in command, you have to go through things like this. Maybe they don't go to this extent, but you experience situations like this that not only teach you and make you learn your lesson, but harden you as a leader. And I feel like this is the moment that is really going to turn the tide for all of them. Because if it doesn't, the entire island is essentially in jeopardy. If Kamehameha and Kaiana cannot get on the same page, if everyone cannot rally around them, the king and Kaiakili are going to come in and sweep them all away with ease. The last thing I want to talk about, and something that I am absolutely keeping my eye on, is Kaiana and Kaumanu. This is so interesting. I am so curious where this is headed. They have had a friendship the entire season. They have gone through some stuff together, and they have very similar interests on how they view things, but their spouses are extremely different. They are basically on opposite sides of where they stand, and because they do have similar interests, and because they have already built a very good relationship and friendship, I am so interested if that becomes something more down the line. And if that does happen, I can't even imagine what someone like Kamehameha would do, knowing that someone on his council, someone as close to him as Kaiana, is sleeping with one of his wives. I feel like I've had a pretty good idea up until this point about where this show is really headed, kind of the story that's being laid out in front of us. But after the final moments of this week's episode, I truly have no idea. I feel like we're not even going to get to the meat of this story by the end of the season, which also leaves me excited for the possibility of a season 2.